Hello everyone, you're back with TheDoctorAnd Radio 604.9, hosted by me, the Doctor And. And, it's my opinion that we've got a great show, but, it's not for me to judge at the end of the day. All I'll say is that, listen to the critics. Most of the reviews are positive, so I'd listen to them. They know what they're on about. So, I'm not biased. Anyway, we've got a bit of AC/DC, bit of Black Sabbath. Who knows, we may even go a bit crazy and stick on a Coldplay song. That's just the sort of vibe we're feeling here in the studio today. A bit later on, we've got an interview with the worst impressionist in the world, and a guest who has requested to remain mysterious, hence why I'm going to call him a mystery guest. But first, it's time to announce the winner of last week's competition. Now, basically, last week's competition was for viewers, or listeners, to come up with just a 5-second jingle, because a lot of listeners had written in and complained that we don't have an intro jingle. And, so the competition was just to come up with a 5-second jingle that we could use at the start of the show. And the winner of the competition this week is a man called Tim Black. He sent this in, and, I say he's the winner. He was the only one to send anything in, so he's also the guy who finished in last place. So, make your own minds up on that one. I guess it's bittersweet for him. A victory and last place. Anyway, here's the winning jingle now.
What's up, the Doctor And? The Doctor And? What's up, Doc?
So, he's clearly a long-term fan based on that. Anyway, next week's competition is to send in your best competition idea. The winner of the competition will win the competition. So, cheers. Anyway, that was song cut out due to copyright infringement by the Fuck YouTube's copyright infringement policy band. Check them out, they've got some good songs. Back with the TheDoctorAnd Radio on 604.9 with me, the Doctor And. And with me now is a man who has recently been described as the worst impressionist in the world. Now, Mr. Worst Impressionist, do you have a first name? Well, yes, of course I do, but it's Welsh. Yeah, I can tell you Welsh, but what's your name? No, you misunderstand, you see. My name is Welsh, you see. Right, so you're Welsh, and you're called Welsh. Oh, yes, that's correct. Well, your parents must have had wild imaginations. Anyway, since people have called you the worst impressionist in the world, I guess it's only right and proper that you do some impressions on the show. Well, I would, but you see, I don't want to turn any of your listeners off. I know it's a small radio station, so I'm not being responsible for the bankruptcy of it. I can tell you that much. Well, come on, we all want to hear him. Right, okay, then well, how about this? Is the barman is no that he is a countering shitbag of the highest extent? No, I am not aware of that, because it is not true. What the hell was that? Well, it was basically an alternative universe where Neil Kinnock won in 1992, and William Hague became leader of the opposition slightly earlier. Right, it sounds like you've put a lot more work and thought and effort even into the scenario of your impression and into actually perfecting the voice for your impressions. Well, of course I have. Just because my impressions are shite doesn't mean they can't be entertaining, so... Yeah, so... Do you only do political impressions then? Well, sort of. Well, I do politicians and celebrities, I do a Christopher Walken. Of course you do. I mean, everyone does an impression of him. Alright, let's see your impression of Christopher Walken then. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me tell you, some boys take a beautiful girl and greatest of the world. Right, that was Christopher Walken singing "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." Yes, you know it always gets the laughs in the clubs. Yeah, sure it does. Anyway, all right then. Well, we've got to move on to the next segment now. Any final words before we do that? Yes, I think actually Paul McCartney's got something to say.
Yeah, what I'd say is, just enjoy the rest of the show if that's even possible,
Nothing like him. Anyway, cheers for coming along. Back to you, me. Right, thanks past me. Right, news time now. And today we beg YouTube user Keemstar to stop bragging at the end of every fucking drama alert video about the amount of subscribers he's got. It's like, we get it. Okay? We fucking get it, Keemstar. You've got so many subscribers. I'll probably never have that many subscribers. Can you please stop fucking bragging about it? You're better than me. Is that what you want to hear? You're better than me, you fucking twat. In other news, the Tories have screwed you over again, but that doesn't matter because you'll probably still vote for them anyway. Next time there's an election. Sports news now, and all sports and sports-related activities have been cancelled for the time being. When asked why this was the case, the head of sport said that he felt that the whole thing was just getting a bit repetitive, when you're seeing a ball, getting hit back and forth and then back and forth again, as is pretty much the case in most sports. Anyway, that's everything from me. Time for the final thought of the day. Alright, welcome back with current me again, and it's time for the final thought of the day. Which is not actually the final thought of the day, but the final thought of the radio show, so we should think about getting that name changed. Anyway, final thought of the day. So last night I was in my bed and I was thinking about the whole infinite number of monkeys with an infinite number of typewriters will eventually write the complete works of Shakespeare, and that is one hell of a mouthful. So yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I got myself to thinking about, for some reason, what if there was like an elephant, right, because they say elephants never forget. So what I was thinking, right, is, let's say you had an elephant, and that was immortal, right, but in order to survive, it had to have Snickers bars, right, stay with me here, and, right, so they had to have Snickers bars to stay alive, but at the same point the elephant had a nut allergy, right? How long would it take for the elephant to be able to sort of learn that, the problem is the peanuts in the Snickers bar, and how long would it take it to just sort of take each nut out of each Snickers every time before eating, and if it had to do that, and then this is what I thought after that, right? If that's the case, why couldn't you just have Mars bars? So think about that.